So recently I got the SanDisk Ultra USB 3.0 32 gig flash drive, and for me it didn't show up when I first plugged it into my computer. So I'm going to show you some tips if yours doesn't show up, what you can do. So first of all, if your USB is not showing up in your file manager, for example Windows Explorer, if it doesn't show up, I know it's showing up here, but if it doesn't show up, what you want to do, you want to press the Windows key on your keyboard and R at the same time. Type in diskmgmt.msc, that's the short for disk management, and press enter. Put it full screen if you want, and you may find USB, and then it'll say some drive letter, or it may just say the drive letter, or it might say this: 28.64 gigabyte unallocated, or some amount unallocated. To fix that, right click, new simple volume, next, select what drive letter you want, next, format it. Here you can choose FAT32 or NTFS, which I need. Volume label, I'm going to set it to USB, that's the name of your flash drive. Next, finish. And it will format onto your flash drive and put the file system on it. So then you should be able to access your data and put stuff on it. Like, I want to copy this file to it, SanDisk Secure Access. I'll delete that because I don't want it, but I can copy it, as you can see there. So next one, check device management, which is Windows key R, devmgmt.msc. You put in full screen probably. You go into disk drive section here, and you'll see whatever it is, and your main hard drive or SSD. For mine, it's a SanDisk Ultra USB device, which is this one. And the last suggestion is, if it's not showing up, try another USB port. So I tried it first of all on the 3.0 port on my computer, but that didn't work. So what I did, I put it into my 2.0 port, which is the slower port, and it actually gave me a notification down here. It'll say, we found errors on this drive, and you'll click on it, and it actually had to repair errors on this drive. And then after that, I plugged it into my 3.0 port, and it worked. So those are my 3 solutions for the USB not showing up. Now, next one, USB slower than normal. So I'm going to go into File Explorer twice because I need 2 windows open. Open new window. So I'll have 2 windows open here. I'll go into one side of the screen has the USB flash drive, and the other side has files here. So I'm going to copy this 14.8 gigabyte file over to this USB. I'm not going to copy the whole thing, obviously, but I'm going to copy it. So usually this USB goes about 35 megs a second up to 40. Here it goes down the longer you copy files to it. So if that's not the case, you'll most likely plugged it into a USB 2.0 port on accident or on purpose if your computer doesn't support it. So I'm going to now open it again, open new window, and put it over here. I'll copy that file over again, and as you can see here, it's only going about 15 megabytes a second, so that's not the full speed that we saw before. So then the next thing that you'd want to try is check if your computer does support USB 3.0. So I have a Sony, just put in your computer model number. This laptop is an SV14A26CGH. And you might want to search up the specifications of it, so it's the first result here. And you're going to find storage that may just have the hard drive. I don't want to see your feedback, Sony. And it might also be an interface, for example, USB. Super speed USB 3.0 here, which is type A. I have another one, so 2 on this side, USB 3 ports. It has a high-speed 2.0 port and 2 of those. So usually 2.0 ports have white or black inside of them. This has black, and 3.0 have blue. So that's another thing that might do. And the last thing is check if any other apps are using your flash drive. So stick it back in there and right click on my taskbar, task manager. I'll hit in performance. Is my screen brightness lower than usual? Not as high as it will go. You'll go into your processors page here. I don't even think it's detected right now, this USB. Oh no, it is, okay. So you go into performance maybe, and it may show up in here, but it's not. It might show up in there, but if it shows up in there, it'll have it like disk 0C, but it won't say that because that's your main hard drive. And it will show up here, it'll show how much the device is being written to or read from. And if that's high or has anything in it, then something else may be using your flash drive. If it's a low amount, it might just be Windows looking at your flash drive and inspecting it or something like that. So now your the last thing I'm going to show you is that there's no light on your USB drive. So if I plug this in here, it does have a light normally, like that, as you can see. So if there's no light, try another USB port. Like that one works of course. Try another computer, for example, this computer, but I'm not using that computer. I can try this computer, so if the light would show up on here, then, for example, by the way, this computer doesn't support USB 3.0, but if the light shows up on here, then it's most likely going to be a bad USB port on your other computer that you tried it on. So see this, I've plugged this other computer in. Not that I use this computer often, but I'll turn on the flashlight. So I'll plug into this USB into this computer, like this. Here it is. And I'll hit on. As you can see, the light shows off. Now to unplug that computer because it's not working right now, I have to fix it later. And then your last suggestion is to try Device Manager on your computer. So I'm going to turn the flashlight off now. Go into that devmgmt.msc again in Windows key R box, and you go into disk drives. If you see USB but there's no light on it, well then either USB doesn't have a light or the light's faulty. So as you can see, well, the light's obviously on because it's not broken, that it shows up in there. So I hope all of those suggestions helped you to fix your USB flash drive. And if you have any friends who have a also by the way, this works for every flash drive apart from apart from check if your computer supports USB 3.0, because 2.0 flash drives don't support 3.0. They can plug into your 3.0 port and access data, but they don't get the speed increase. And 3.0 plugs into your 2.0 port and works fine, but you don't get the speed increase either. So if you found this video helpful, drop a like, maybe comment if this helped you, share it to other people. Yeah, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and bye-bye.